Hi, and welcome back to Miss Castle's 5 and 5, where this video will show you how to begin navigating within your actual module work. What I want to bring to your attention is that I want you to think of each module as being 1 week's worth of work. So when you look at it, don't look at it and say, oh my goodness, we have so much to get through, because you really don't. It's broken up nicely so that you will have a certain amount of assignments to complete in a day. Okay, so let's look at module 1 in language arts. This is a 3rd grade platform, what the screen will look like for 3rd grade at this time. So it's going to give you an independent reading for the week reminder. That's what we're going to start with. I also want you to notice that you have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Okay, I want you to look at those and think of it. Okay, 1.1 is everything I'm going to complete on the first day. So everything up to 1.1 you're going to complete on the first day. 1.2, your second day of the week. 1.3, even if it's more than one thing, is going to be the 3rd day of the week. 1.4, the 4th day of the week. And 1.5, the 5th day of the week, including quizzes, anything that falls within. Okay? When you get to the end of the week is when you're usually going to have to submit anything that you've been working on for the week. So for example, we're going to take a look in 1.1 and see if it assigns any type of activities to complete, and then you will submit those when you submit your weekly work. So let's take a quick look. So the first thing is showing you, remember to read 30 minutes each day in addition to your online lessons. Okay, these are the worksheets that you would have to download. So you want your critical thinking skills PDF and your independent reading log and your independent reading log questions. Really, for this, the critical thinking skills you can download and hold on to, but you are going to only have to submit the reading log PDF and the reading log questions. You will click to download it, and then you will open it up on your computer. You can complete this assignment in Kami, which is in our Kami video, or I can, if you remember how to, when you open it up here, you have downloaded onto your computer. You can type it in here and save it to your computer. I do recommend you upload it into your save drive or open it up with Kami and save it into your, in Kami as well. It will be saved there. So as you read, you will fill out the title, the author, the amount of pages you read, and if you read it to themselves, if it was read to them, or if they read it alone, you will put that here. Okay, we're going to go back. That's your reading log. Then for the questions, what was the main characters? Describe 2 events in the story that you like for a fiction novel, and what did the main character learn or do at the end? For nonfiction, what is it about? Describe or explain 3 things that you learned. Again, you can type directly into this page and save it and download it to your computer, or we can open it up in Kami and you can do it there. Those are the things that you would do, and you will hold on to it. You would not submit this right now. You will hold on to it, and it would be something that you would do at the end of the week. Once you have downloaded those things, you have to mark it as complete, and then you can go to the next activity. On this page, you will find the list of spelling words for the semester, and you will pick 1 or 2 of the activities here to do them, and you would tell us which ones you did. You would now mark this activity as complete, and you would move to the next activity, which is 1.1, My Adventures. In My Adventures, this is considered the lesson. You will have 7 slides to navigate through. You will go through each slide. Okay, well, it tells you exactly what you're going to do. We're going to be introduced to our spelling and vocabulary words for the week. We'll also learn about the story structure and how it will help us understand our story this week, so on and so forth. And you will continue to navigate through the slides because this is the lesson. You would download this to print your sight word cards. There are no spelling tests, but you can find a complete list for your words here. Your vocabulary words. You will go through the slide to see what the vocabulary words are. Frighten to make afraid. Click on each image and move to the next slide. Reading, it will give you a story. Today we are going to take a look at our story structure. As we read our story throughout the week, we will pay close attention to the story structure and go next. A sentence must have a subject and a predicate, and it will go through what is missing, how to complete the sentence. You would do all of that. Here is your writing. Have you ever, what is a personal narrative? Have you ever read a biography before? A biography is a story about someone's life. What does that have to do with a personal narrative? Well, a personal narrative is like a biography. So you would read this and you would answer the questions that go along with it. So it's telling you here that you will think about topics for your own personal narratives. And then you will go to the next one. Your journal entry is telling you to download it. You're going to download it. This is it. What if you could fly for just one day? What kind of adventures would you have? You can open with Cami. Once you open it with Cami, you can go to text box and you can type your answer into this. Once you have typed your answer into it, all of your writing, make sure you put your name. We're going to leave the title here. You're not going to rename it. It's ELA 3_1-1 journal PDF. Once you have completed it, you are going to download. So you're going to export this to your Google Drive. You can do your computer or Google Drive. I prefer the Google Drive. With all annotations, you're going to select the folder that you want it to go to. I am going to use the demo folder that we have set up. I'm going to click on language arts because this is a language arts assignment. And I'm going to click select. You can see that it's now going into that language arts folder and we're going to export it. It is going to save to the Google Drive. I'm not going to open the Google Drive. I'm just going to close it for now and we'll come back to it later. Right? We are done. I'm going to mark this activity as complete and I am going to go to the next activity. Actually, no, I'm not going to go to the next activity. We're going to stop there. The next activity is 1.2. So this is all of what I would do on day 1 of that week. Any questions? Let me know.